Have you ever wondered how the Linux kernel came to be? The tale takes us back to 1991 to the University of Helsinki, Finland. A young computer science student named Linus Torvalds embarks on a project. His mission? To create a new kernel tailored specifically for his hardware, a PC with an 80386 processor. He wanted to exploit the full potential of his new machine, independent of any existing operating system. Torvalds began his work on Minix using the GNU-C compiler. The journey wasn't smooth sailing though. Torvalds hit a roadblock while trying to implement Unix system calls, a crucial step in his project. The POSIX standards documentation he sought was elusive, but undeterred, he turned to the university's SUNOS documentation and Tannenbaum's Minix text to decipher the system calls. As Torvalds recounted in his book, Just for Fun, this challenge led him to write an operating system kernel, and thus, the first seeds of what would become Linux were sown. From an ambitious project, Linux started to take form. In the summer of 1991, Linus Torvalds embarked on a quest to implement Unix system calls into his project. Without success in obtaining a digital copy of the POSIX standards documentation, he turned to the SUNOS documentation owned by the University of Helsinki. This documentation, used for operating the university's Sun Microsystems server, became his guide. In addition to this, Torvalds also used Tannenbaum's Minix text, an integral part of the Unix course. These two resources were instrumental in helping him navigate the complex world of system calls. But, as is often the case with innovation, the journey was not without its share of challenges. Yet, despite these obstacles, Torvalds persevered. His tireless efforts bore fruit when he wrote an operating system kernel, marking a significant milestone in his journey. And on the 25th of August, 1991, Torvalds, then only 21 years old, announced his system in the Komporos Minix newsgroup. His announcement read, "I'm doing a free operating system for 386, 486 at clones. This has been brewing since April and is starting to get ready." He also asked for feedback, showing his openness to learn and improve. And just like that, from the confines of a university computer lab, a revolutionary operating system was born. With this announcement, the world got its first glimpse of Linux. But what's in a name? For Linux, it's quite a story. Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux, initially wanted to dub his creation as Freax, a fusion of free, freak, and X, signifying an allusion to Unix. For about half a year, the system files bore the name Freax. Torvalds did consider the name Linux, but he dismissed it, thinking it a bit too egotistic. That's where Ari Lemke enters the picture. Lemke was one of the volunteer administrators for the FTP server at Helsinki University of Technology, where Torvalds uploaded his files to facilitate development. Lemke, however, wasn't a fan of the name Freax, so without consulting Torvalds, he named the project Linux on the server. Torvalds, after some time, gave his consent to the name Linux, but that's not where the story ends. In 1992, Torvalds decided to release the kernel under the GNU General Public License. He announced this decision in the release notes of version 0.12. By December that year, he published version 0.99 using the GNU GPL. This decision marked a significant moment in the history of Linux. It paved the way for developers to integrate GNU components with Linux, resulting in a fully functional and free operating system. In Torvalds' own words, "Making Linux GPL-ed was definitely the best thing I ever did. The name Linux was here to stay, and so was its impact. Today, Linux stands tall in the world of computing. What began in a university dorm room has now grown into a globally recognized operating system. Linus Torvalds, a student with an idea, transformed the landscape of technology, bringing a revolution that few could have imagined. Linux, from its humble beginnings, has become the backbone of many systems today. It's not just powering our personal computers, but it's also the driving force behind supercomputers, servers, and even our smartphones. It's the silent workhorse that keeps our digital world running smoothly. Moreover, Linux's journey didn't stop at being a mere operating system. It became the most popular adoption of GNU software, a testament to the flexibility and power of open source development. It fostered a community of developers, encouraging collaboration and sharing of ideas, and in doing so, it has shaped the way we think about software development today. From a kernel to a revolution, the Linux story continues to inspire.